everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the USC Trojans. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Hayes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This offense will have the opening possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you saw it, man, so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week.
Turning on the Jets. He has the first and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Golden Gophers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pulls it and fires to the left. After the filthy move, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Golden Gophers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gives it on the option. Makes a man miss. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Taylor has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
Off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone, using the quick game. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll call for the fair catch here. So USC's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. But they've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A first down for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Trojans have moved it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Trojans need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mayaba. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot, defense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great... it's a running room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jordan. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. These two running games so far, dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Lyons. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USC! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler,